Hey everybody, it is, oh my gosh, what time is it? It is Monday, June 22nd, and it's about 5:37 Eastern Standard Time for anybody that really wanted to know. And you are listening to Kelly's Perspectives. Yes, this is Always Me, Kelly. It's been a couple of days again. I usually try to get out here once a week, or if I get busy or if I'm just not vibing, I don't come out, because last thing I want to do is really put negativity out in the world that's so full of it already. But a lot of times I get these triggers and I rattle on for a bit. So here we are, Monday evening, and it is a little warm, and I'm blessed that I've got a sunny sky, and he got me up today. How about you? So that's one of the first things I will remind us, that is, no matter what we're going through, no matter if we hurt, no matter if we're broke, no matter if we've been broken emotionally or physically, no matter of really anything, if you have been given air in your lungs and he got you up, and you have sight in your eyes, or even if it's faded, if you have hearing, even if it's faded, there's a purpose. If you've got a voice, there's a purpose for you. Know that. You are loved more than this world could give or take from you, more than the aging system could give or take for you or from you. And we were designed for so much more. Not to hold on to all of those things that are holding us down, making us feel bad, adding to the stress, adding to the anxiety, adding to the depression. All of that is real. All of that is real. But we have a choice. We have a choice. I mean, yeah, sometimes we need a little bit extra help about overcoming certain things. Sometimes we don't. But it all starts with the choices that we make today. So no matter what's happening, no matter what happened yesterday, yesterday's gone. Grab onto any good memories you have and just keep growing forward. Keep moving forward. So with that, happy Monday. Prayerfully happy, and we all got a choice, and I can't say it enough. We have been blessed by the creator of this earth, who sacrificed his one and only son, who died for us so humanity could have a life. Man, and I wrote about this earlier today or yesterday. Man, I cannot imagine what God is seeping with his tears right now, knowing how many people reject him, knowing how many times it must seem that his son is taken to that cross over and over and over and over, because we believe, but we don't have that faith to give it all to God. We have that spiritual tug of war to where we give it and we take it back. Or even those who know of God but flatly refuse to know him personally, or want to meet his son, Jesus Christ. For whatever the reasons. There's tons of reasons out there. Tons of reasons. But none of them are valid. None of them are valid. Maybe to each one of us, because what we think, what we feel is real, right? We can't take that away from anybody. We cannot take the emotions that we feel and make them any less meaningful or meaningless. What we do, what we say, we do it with purpose, because we feel at that time something that we are after, we are trying to achieve, we are chasing, we are trying to fill, we are trying to be. I choose to come out here once a week and just speak life in some format. And this is never a script, I can assure you that, and it's never planned. Anybody that goes back and listens to any of mine, you can tell it's raw. It's very raw. My only goal is that I hope that somewhere along the line, if you're listening to this, you're getting something positive out of it. One, you're not alone. You're not alone in any of the things that you are going through in this world. I can assure you of that. Even if you're not connected to a tight-knit group, or the group that you're in doesn't believe in what you believe, and you feel like you have to hide your faith or whatever, you're not alone. There is always going to be somebody that can feel what you've been through, because they've been through it as well. There's always going to be somebody out there that goes through something far worse than what we experience. And seriously, death, rape, child abuse, child neglect, murder, riots, COVID-19, leveled the playing field, right? Everything got leveled out. Everybody's on a shutdown. What we do with that may be a little bit different. Each person may take it serious, and then some may not. We may get caught up in this riff of all of these riots and everything, or we may stay clear of it. But it impacts us all. Shelter at home. Don't go outside. Don't go places in public without a mask. Wash your hands. Put a level playing field. Who would have thought? I feel like I went back to kindergarten. But it's more serious than that, right? The point is that none of us are going through anything alone. There will always be people, unfortunately, unable to reconcile their differences and go through divorce. And sometimes those divorces are bitter. Those divorces are brutal. And other times they're not. There's always going to be somebody who just lost somebody special to them, or a pet, or something that was their lifeline that gave them that hope every day they got up or came home. There's always going to be something broken, something to be fixed. There's always going to be that spill that would get cleaned up. But yet we know that it's spilled. But is that spill, is that going to be something that we make last all day or all month or all week? That broken vase, is that something that's going to ruin the rest of the year for something that can be gone in a second? And why do I say it that way? Because even I sit here and I have to learn daily to repurpose and reevaluate and redirect what I feel and how I respond and how I do different things. And I have to tell you, this lockdown has had me on edge. I'm not used to not being able to go and be spiritually fed and circled up and loved on and loved with my spiritual brothers and sisters in worship to God. I am not used to not being able to go tap in and help this or help that. I'm used to running 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, nonstop for work, and then on the weekends, tap in wherever I can and fill up spiritually. And yeah, I've been getting spiritually fed through the network. I've been getting spiritually fed through music, but it kind of is different. So yeah, has my mood, has my think before I open my mouth when I'm mad kind of been slipping? Absolutely. Never will I be that short-tempered, snappy person that I was many years ago. Thank goodness, because, yeah. But, yeah, I do get upset. Especially when it comes to, my family, right? Those that are closest to us. Because you would think that people that are closest to us know us. So you would think that they would have the respect or listen or respond or something different, right? So, yeah, that's my shortcoming. Am I who I am? Absolutely. I will always be me. Always Kelly. God made me uniquely just like he made you. And the point is I'm not sitting here dwelling on my shortcomings or my short temper sometimes more than others, or the ability to get up and go hang out, go catch a concert, go worship, go see all the people that love God as much as I love God, put their hands up and praise him in a public place. Man, there's something to be said about a Hillsong concert or a Hits Deep concert, or anybody that grows through music kind of gets what I say. But here we are. We're not so much different. We're all trying to find our paces. We're all trying to find our places. We're all trying to hit that reset button and find what next. Some of us have been dramatically impacted differently in 2020. And those things will never be the same. We have to find that new normal, and how we do that, or where we do that, or who we do that with really matters. Don't shortchange yourself during this process. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't let the wariness of what we can't control make you do drastic things. And I speak this to myself. because I'm done, man. I would love to sell my house and just go get me a condo and then travel, but where am I going to travel with everything locked down, right? And even then, that would not be feasible, because that would just remove me from some of the layers that I'm feeling right now that maybe I'm tired of dealing with, or maybe I need to come up with a new way, a new thing to do. We all have to know that for every new beginning, something must end. For every door that closes, there's a new one waiting to be opened with new opportunities. And one of the things that I absolutely say all the time is, every day he gets us up, no matter what we look like, what we feel like, what we can do, what we can't do, is full of new opportunities. Maybe new opportunities to plant the seed for somebody else. Pay it forward with some random act of kindness. Just be the listening ears. Just be the handwriting that somebody else can't do. Just be the eyes. I mean, there's so many different things. We can still go and send thank you notes to those that are shut in. We can still do our best and teach our children right from wrong, and have them do their best no matter what they're doing or where they're going from. And that's a whole different topic, because I know kids these days, they're stubborn. I raised my two. I was stubborn, still am, but I raised my two, and now I've got my grandkids, and I just see the generations, man. It is just if half of the things came out and were said or were acted upon the way they are today, back then, even though I grew up in a single parent, no parent household, man, there is no respect compared to what we used to have. None for ourselves, and none for people around us. And that's pretty scary, because if we're looking at what people are saying, it's the beginning of end times, oh yeah, the rift is coming, this is just the beginning. So if you don't know who God truly is, if you haven't met his son Jesus, I tell you, you need to meet him right where you are right now. Start talking to him every single day and watch your life change. You don't have to go to a church building. And if you need help, if you need to find different places to learn different things that you can learn from, right now media, online podcast, worship music, listen to the songs. Some of our best worship leaders take their songs right out of the Bible. And on most of the other ones that are still, they're climbing, it's all about life. We're all going through life, but we're all clinging to hope and to faith, all just to keep growing forward on the promise that there's more than what this world can give and take from us. We have been blessed with abundant mercy and grace. We've been blessed to receive love and to give love. And is it hard to understand what is where and how and all of that in today's world? Oh yeah, we throw that love bomb around way too often. Yeah, I love you too. Hey, I love you. Hey, I love you. And then we go out and, this person thinks that they're the only one. And that person is going back to their wife, or going back to their girlfriend, or their 10 other girlfriends or boyfriends. I'm not just going to use the guys as the bad guys here, but we just don't respect that verb, do we? We don't respect and act upon it with as much meaning as it should have. Unconditional, pure agape love that God allowed us to know of, allowed us to breathe in, allowed us life by, through Jesus Christ. The love that doesn't tolerate and condone bad behavior or disrespect, but loves the person through what they're supposed to be changing or working on when they're doing something that is unacceptable. Disrespect for your parents, disrespect for anyone, disrespect for yourself And it comes in all ways, shapes, and styles, and formats, and colors. And what in the world are we disrespecting those people that are supposed to be closest to us for? Material items. We really think in this world we are all that because we have a stockpile of material items? We flash, we make cash, we steal cash, whatever way you want to get it. What is it that is so important that we forget who we are? And I'm not talking about the times when we get caught up and we're putting chemicals in our body. No, I won't even go there. Not even talking about the people that are using, and they started out just because it felt good, a little bit here on Friday night, a little bit there on Saturday night, and before you know it, we're doing 7 days a week, or we're getting a fix, or we're watching our best friends not waking up. I'm not talking about the things that we become addicted to. We have control. We have choice. We get to choose what we want to chase. And we get to choose what we want to allow to chase us. He gave us freedom of will. And our mind is stronger than anybody knows. So on this Monday, June 22nd, hot summer day, blessed, just chilling out here, not walking, not driving today, and I certainly couldn't do this when I was pushing the mower. So those are just some of my thoughts, those random thoughts that come through my head. I choose. I don't always get it right, but I know that I am not the only one out there going through it. So I absolutely choose not to let the negativity, the disrespect, the naysayers of this world, the viruses and pandemics and the ugliness that's going on around, I choose to still get up every day with hope and know that there's something better coming. I choose to know that I am loved for who I am and not for what I can do. I choose to know a relationship with Jesus personally. And His is the one and only first, daily that matters. What comes after that is all God breathes or God allowed. And I'm learning from it. And I hope you do too. So if you don't know who God is, if you don't know who Jesus is, I pray that you meet Him right where you are. If things are hard, pray harder. Reach out to your friends that pray. Circle up. Stay 6 feet apart. However you got to do it, just do it. Don't wait, because tomorrow's never promised. Storms of life are going to come. They're going to come. But for you, my friends, my family, I love y'all. And for now, this is it. Me hanging out at the little beach house. Later.